back to the rotator, okay? So this is all about growth. At one point, we're going to have 10 million members, and if you take basically half of what's coming in on that fee, okay, because one half goes to the people that sponsored the person that paid, so half of it goes there. We call that a bounty. Okay, so that's been part of our structure since early on, and the other half comes in to what we call the admin. Okay, but ultimately the admin is going to expand from one person to 111,111 people. So there end up being on this economic structure we're building, there'll be 111,111 admin administrating over the private global economy that we're building right now. So at some point we'll have 10 million members. We're about halfway there. And then that will continue to grow, where with all the people we're going to be offering jobs and everything too, for the full economy, we're going to be doing a lot of job creation. This is a great benefit to all these countries that are struggling. You know, many countries around the world are just filled to the brim with people who are poor. You know, there's a lot of poverty, and when there's so much poverty, it really impacts, you know, country. You know, you have higher crime, and you have obviously a lot of downside to all that poverty. Okay, so as we bring in high-paying jobs, and we do job creation on a private level, okay, because people will come in and they'll be a part of our community privately. Those high-paying jobs will in turn actually benefit every country in the world, right? On a national level, for every country, because we're bringing in high-paying jobs as a result of what we're building here, because we're building an economic structure from the ground up. So just imagine we mature here with about 4 billion members, okay? And then you take that half and you multiply it out, and it works out to be about $500,000 a month. So that's where it's coming from. So as people pay the program fee, as we get into the billions of members, we kind of expect to reach, you know, billions of members in a very short period of time. From right now going forward, we look at it in a matter of months, not years. We're at the point of very rapid growth at this point. Okay. Now, the only requirement, like I said, to be a part of this rotator is to pay the program fee for the billionaire program. Okay. You can also pay annually. We'll cover that in a moment. But I should say that the reason it's called a rotator is that people pay at different times. You know, some people pay on the first, some people pay on the second, some people pay on the third. But as people complete their payment and they make their payment of the program fee, right? And the highest one is something like I said, around $30 right now, $35 is the highest. That's the 8 grains program fee. So as people pay that fee, it then immediately would go half of it to the sponsor in the form of what we call a bounty, and the other half then would go to the person on the rotator, and then the next person would pop in, and then the next person that pays, they get it, and then it rotates to the next person, and then it would just automatically, the software would automatically divide it up so that you know, as the payments come in, you know, half goes to the sponsor and half goes to the person on the rotator. So that's what we're establishing, and we're going to be training once we get this group filled in. We're going to be training all these people what they need to do in their role and what they're going to do with the funding that comes in. That $500,000 is going to be used for each one is going to be responsible to contribute in a significant way towards our economy, doing things that would help benefit the entire what we call TBC economy. Okay.